productivity management, schedule management, key performance measures, quality assurance, and control. Are the systems in place to give the proper feedback to managers and the people so that they know how they're doing against the plan? And again, when you talk to a client, if they're complaining about missing schedules, process bottlenecks, as I go down the list, okay, customer service and production conflicts. We're working on problems, but we're not getting results. Well, maybe you're working on a problem where you don't have an issue. You have a symptom, but if you had key performance measures, you'd find out that that's not the area for the downtime. Somewhere else, something else is causing your downtime. But those are typically other functions that in the control area that the operations manager has either directly or coordinates with on a regular basis. And one of the areas that I've been working with or have been working with over several years is putting together simple control tools and dashboards that take client data and turn them into trend information and manageable tools that people can actually see where or closer to where the root cause is so that we can address problems right off the bat. Again, we had a downtime issue, or I keep picking on creative packaging. Let me go over to PPI. We had a welding issue. People were saying, our bottleneck is in the welding department. The guys just are not getting the stuff out fast enough. And when you look at it, what we discovered was they had a specific sequence in which they assembled the container. You put it together in a certain way, not necessarily building from the bottom up, but you had a process. And they had a sequence that each part was needed. And they were very clear. And what we found is when you walked out there is very often they had parts all over the place because they were missing. Let's say for the first assembly, they needed 5 parts. Well, they only had 4 of them. Well, you can't make the assembly until you have all 5 parts. Well, the fabrication department didn't know that. They were making things the way they thought it would be best to make, not knowing that they left out a part that was critical to that first step in the process. So once we had the welding department send the fabrication department a listing of what they had on a daily basis and where they were, then the fabrication department could schedule the sequence of parts in the right order so that the welding shop had what they needed. And long story short, that improved their throughput tremendously because now they didn't have parts sitting around waiting. Parts would come in, they would assemble them, and they'd be out the door. But it was a matter of they didn't have the right shop floor control to communicate upstream what they needed when. So I put these things together hopefully to help you guys tune your listening when you're talking with clients in terms of when they tell you what these symptoms are, that there are other things besides specifically what they see that we could be talking about. And it may help the client understand why he would need somebody to come in and help him with those processes.